දැන් ආණ්ඩුවේ මාස 6කට ඉදිරිපත් කරපු ඔවුන්ගේ වාර්තාවල
Sunil Handunetti is telling the naked truth about Sri Lankan crisis. According to the Inland Revenue Department, they have raked in rupees 696 billion in the first 6 months of 2023, says Handunetti, out of which rupees 230 billion was collected as VAT, which is a 100% increase compared to 2022. In 2022, the VAT income was only rupees 121 billion, says Handunetti, according to the Inland Revenue Department, he added. He goes on to say that during the first 6 months of 2022, the tax income collected by the Inland Revenue Department was just rupees 361 billion. But he laughs at this achievement by saying the income generated here is the result of the government loading the public a 91% tax increase, which is unjust and inhuman. He carefully analyzed how the utility bill increases and the cost of living loaded on the people resulted in government achieving such glorious targets. However, the rupees 230 billion VAT income is only 1/3 of what IMF has proposed, and this would put the government in a box for the remaining part of 2023. Handunetti says now the government will have to again raise the VAT or restructure the loan repayment to keep the IMF happy. What the government should have focused on was to increase the GDP by introducing new export income avenues instead of just selling treasury bills and printing money to keep the US dollar under manageable levels, he said. Handunetti said that only the NPP pointed out this problem and no one in the parliament listened to their warning. He also says that the remedial measures taken by Ranil Wickremesinghe government on a weekly basis is to sell treasury bills and printing money to keep the US dollar within our reach. However, now the trend is no primary dealer nor the public is buying treasury bills and the government ends up buying them with money printed at random intervals, he said. He says this is only going to add to the burden as rupees 3,833 billion worth of treasury bills have been printed during the period from January to July this year. In fact, the government has printed rupees 45 billion worth of money within a short period, he said. On top of that, this report clearly indicates the loss of US dollars 452 million in the critical export manufacturing sector compared to last year, he added. What is really worrisome is the fact that this loss was incurred after the government limiting essential imports to keep the dollar within our reach, he said. But this too will be challenged in the near future, as the IMF wants the government to relax import restrictions according to part of their debt restructuring plan, he said. In summary, Handunetti says the government and the IMF is now facing the world in a humorous situation as both parties are unable to meet their forecasted goals nor objectives.
ජනතාව සුප්තිමත් වෙලා හිටියොත් මේ ඇත්ත අර්බුදේ තේරුම් ගන්න නැතුව විශාල නස්පැත්තියකට මේ රට යනවා.